Have you ever decided to finally start working out, only to find yourself completely abandoning the routine exactly 2 weeks later? Or maybe you set your alarm with the intention to study the next morning, but when it actually goes off, you just keep hitting the snooze button instead. This recurring cycle of failure is not a flaw in your character. Your brain is biologically wired to resist sudden, difficult changes to your established routine. This chart tracks motivation over a standard 2-week period. Fighting that biological resistance with sheer willpower rarely works because motivation is a depleting resource that plummets to zero as the novelty wears off. In Atomic Habits, James Clear breaks down habit formation into 4 simple laws of behavior change. True habit formation begins when you stop relying on mental effort and start engineering your physical environment. To see how these laws work together, let's look at a student trying to build a morning study routine from scratch. The process begins the night before with the first law: make it obvious. If your textbooks stay buried at the bottom of your backpack, the visual cue for your habit is hidden, making it unlikely that you'll take action. You solve this by placing your textbook, notebook, and a favorite pen directly in the middle of your desk before you go to sleep. When you wake up, the cue is the first thing you see. Once the cue is obvious, the second law is to make the habit attractive. For most people, the act of studying at 7 in the morning doesn't provide an immediate sense of excitement. This diagram shows temptation bundling, linking a difficult action you need to do with a reward you genuinely want. Our student only drinks their favorite iced coffee while reviewing their notes. These first 2 laws lower the threshold for getting started. Your cue is staring you in the face, and the coffee ensures the action is paired with immediate pleasure. Now comes the third law: make it easy. A common mistake in habit building is attempting a grueling 2-hour block on the very first day. To bypass the brain's resistance to high-effort tasks, you use the 2-minute rule to lower the barrier to entry. Instead of reading an entire chapter, the student aims to read 1 single page, or study for exactly 2 minutes, and then stop. This chart illustrates the core philosophy of the third law. You have to master the art of consistently showing up before you can focus on increasing the duration of the work. Finally, the fourth law is to make it satisfying. An immediate, tangible reward signals to the brain that the routine is worth repeating. Every time our student finishes that 2-minute session, they use a red marker to draw a decisive X on a wall calendar. That visual streak provides a rapid hit of dopamine, creating a psychological incentive to keep the chain of successes going. By keeping the initial effort small and making the reward visible, you teach your brain to associate the routine with progress rather than exhaustion. When you use this chronological loop, building a habit stops being a struggle against your own willpower. By ensuring your routines are obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying, you align your daily behavior with your biology. This illustration shows how environmental systems outweigh conscious motivation. Once the system is in place, the habit becomes the path of least resistance. I want you to apply this 4-law framework to build one specific new habit starting tomorrow morning. Drop a comment below detailing the habit you're building. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe for more analysis on the science of behavior. Engineering your environment to work with your biology allows for behavioral mastery.